Hey everyone, it's Joseph and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial video. Today we're going to be finishing up CCPD in Minecraft, and I am sorry. You guys have been wondering, oh, where's part 3, where's part 3? I have heard you. I heard you. I know it's been a while, but we are back. Haven't really wanted to do this. I didn't really have the heart to do it. I was kind of getting lazy, I'm not going to lie. Really didn't want to make a video, but I'm back into YouTube, so we're making this today. We're doing it again. And we are going to be doing the interior of the second floor. And that's not it. We are also going to be fixing some stuff on the outside. Not really fixing, more of just adding stuff. Because I obviously didn't add everything like the show. So we are going to be doing that. So stay tuned and let's get right into the build. So the materials you guys will need for this build, there's a lot. So please notice this. Obviously, probably some night potion, milk. You're going to need a block of netherite. Polished andesite, chain, stone button, monster spawner, chiseled stone bricks, block of quartz, birch fence, brown carpet, black carpet, smooth quartz stairs, block of gold, glowstone, dark oak door, spruce stairs, lantern, glass, painting, white concrete, calcite, green concrete, spruce planks, spruce fence, smooth sandstone, iron trapdoor, sea lantern, dark prismarine, and one final thing I forgot to add. This is actually essential. You need a brewing stand because in the CSI lab, how else are you gonna make things? All right, let's get started. We're obviously gonna start with the first section. I am just pulling up some photos that I have just for reference. I want to make sure this is the best build for you guys and not mess anything up. Okay. So, we're going to place a block like this and place it like that. You could have done this so much easier, but make sure it's a block above and at an angular. You want to do this on both sides just so I don't forget for later. Right? Then you're going to go up one, up again, over. And right now, some things we're not going to be needing. We are not going to need the spruce fences right now. So replace that with the sorry guys, I just had a brain fart. It doesn't matter. You want to replace that with nothing really right now. We don't really need to replace it yet. I thought we did, but we didn't. So as you see, you have this arc here, and we're gonna do the same thing on this side, just so we're prepared for later. Next, you want to go 1, 2, 3, just like that. Actually, not 3. I meant 4. And do the same thing on the side. Place 2 blocks there. Just like that. Place a block there on either side. Just like this. So, if you guys are wondering where did all this stuff come from, go watch my previous parts if you want to build all of this. Next, you're going to go underneath and press and put 2 here. Put another 2 here. And there you have the first 2 arches done. And now if I get my render photo back up, I need to borrow this render photo just to get everything in check because, you know, I can't tell if that's 3 or 4. I really can't. But I have some other photos I can use to help me distinguish that right now. Let me just load them up real quick. Sorry for the inconvenience. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm pretty sure it's 6. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If that's wrong, we can always change it later. But do the same thing on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you just want to build it all the way up. Just like that. Pretty easy stuff. If you're getting lost at this point, then that is not a good sign. Make sure to go 1 more layer. Just like that on both sides. If you're wondering why I'm not working on this spot yet, and you'll see why later, there's an elevator. Just want to make sure I'm not messing anything up and leaving enough room. Next, grab your calcite. Go underneath and just make a line. And do that on both sides. Like always, we're going to go back and forth just so everything we make sure is in symmetry just for you guys. So this is going to be a 3-way hall. So because of this, fill it 4. So you have 1, 2, 3, because there's going to be walls on these layers. So fill that in. So make sure it's 4 wide. So obviously you got the 1, 2, 3 going this way, and then you got that. And remember the length of this, just to count up again, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 in total. And yeah, I hope these measurements are right. I'm kind of just eyeballing it off my photos. But yeah, so yeah, you can also count it like this, like where it stopped last time for the last part of the video. I feel bad. I feel like a lot of people already left this because I have not finished the build. I feel really bad. Next, these should both be symmetrical. Grab your green concrete and obviously fill up the walls for 2 layers. All you want to do is 2 layers. That's it. Then get on the 3rd layer, put a row of white. Just like that. Same thing on this side. As always, you want to keep it symmetrical. My friends are messaging me like crazy. So if you hear any like vibrating in the background, that's just my friends trying to contact me. So next thing you want to do is you see this block right here. You're going to place a block above that. And this is where your sea lantern comes in. You're going to place a sea lantern, so it's just a block away. And put an iron trap door under that. Then you want to fill this over. Just like that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill it around like this, just so it's more symmetrical and I can actually measure things out so it's a little bit easier. And I kind of recommend you do that too. For later in the build, you'll see why. Put a block there. Sea lantern, iron trap door. And then fill in the roof. Oopsie. Oopsie. Now the reason I told you not to go up by 2 is just because it might have made it a little bit more confusing for you. I obviously don't want that. This is looking great. Mind you, I've done this tutorial like 3 other times, and I'm trying to get my portions right. So I made a lot of mistakes in the past. So hopefully this is the one. All right. Next, you want to grab your calcite, and you want to go to this block right here on the bottom. Go up by 2, up by 1, and go back all the way to where this is touching there. So it looks like that. Then, when you're lined up right here, place a block, place 2 blocks actually, break that one, and then line that up, and then you got your 1 row. Do the same exact thing on this side. So you're going to put a block here, put a block here, block, oopsie, block, oopsie, line it up, perfect, block, block, break block, put it like that, and boom. That is perfect. As you guys can see, it is symmetrical. And as I am realizing this, I don't know why, but I realized that in my original build, oopsie, I'm so sorry. This is going to be a little bit different from my original build. I realized it was unsymmetrical the first time I made the build, and I was confused. And I just figured the issue. On my old build, I put a wall in and broke that in. So this was longer. So I will build a little bit differently for this sake, and it's just going to look better. So I would honestly be happy that I built it different for you guys. And this is my main my main Central City world. So if I make more tutorials, this will be my main world for it. So yeah. So you want to get your dark prismarine and fill in that. Oopsie. And that. Symmetrical. Fill in this part. Now, there might be a little issue when it comes to the wall mural right here, but we can always fix that. I'm going to go here. Actually, yeah. Here, 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 and here. And get your calcite, and obviously fill that in. Make a little pattern on the floor. Next, you want to make a line just across that. And then you want to go down this line, skip a block, go down this line, skip a block, just go straight down. Now you can fill that in, but I'm using that as a filler block, so that's why I'm not doing that, so I know where to put my stuff. Next, you want to put a block here, put a block here. And next you want to put 1, 2, 3 on top of that, and then 1, 2, 3. And then build it to the, oopsie, build it to the side. So you got little blocks here. And then you want to fill in this whole area with just calcite. Just like that. Not too hard, not too hard. Then you want to do another row of just calcite. It's repetitive. It's repetitive. Alright. I am looking at my reference photos, and it looks like there is another row of dark prismarine right here, if I'm not mistaken. Now, here's where the difference happens. This one has a center point. The other one didn't. So, we're going to build up in the middle. Actually, no. Screw that. We're going to go... We're going to leave... Oopsie. Oopsie. So you want to find the middle and make a 3-way block. And just connect it like that. Perfect. If I go here... Yeah, that could work. And then do the same thing over here. So you want to make a lot of 3 of them. Just like that. That actually looks great. And right here is going to be your door, but I'm going to show you how we're going to do that later. So what we're going to need for that is actually just regular glass panes. You want to fill in that part and that part. Get your glass. Fill it in. Next, you want to get your lanterns. And you're going to have to do that for later because you can't actually... I see. So you're going to put this there. Row on top of that. Then put another row. And now you can put your lanterns like that. Or you can put one in the middle. Doesn't really matter. Just as long as it looks like there's some lights there. And now you want to get your stairs. And you want to go 2, 2, oopsie, 2, and 2. And they should stop right before that. And then if they do, that means your build is symmetrical and perfect. Like mine. It's not perfect, but nothing's perfect in the world. But I mean, like, perfect to my build? Yes. My new build, technically. And there you go. Then you want to get your spruce. You want to go out from under here. So right where the thing meets and it goes over top, you want to build out 2 like little like stands like that. Then you want to grab your spruce fence and obviously make oh, actually don't do it there. leave that one. Oopsie. I'm throwing stuff. So then do the same thing on this side. Try to make this go by pretty fast because my phone's about to die. And there you go. Now what you could do is you could add what I'm going to actually do now, which I didn't add in my original build. You want to grab a pot. This is optional. You don't have to do this. I'm going to put a flower pot here and here. And then I'm going to get some ferns and put some ferns in the pot just for some decoration. You know, it may not be in the actual thing, but it never hurts. Never hurts to add some decoration. Next, we're doing the gold railing, as you guys may know. We're just going to put a gold row. And then a railing on top. Makes sense. That's the best way I could really do it. If you have any other ways, please do it. Don't not do it because I'm not doing it. So, let me make sure I'm doing this all right. So let me line this up. So, we got, let me go to this side, just so I can understand what I'm doing. You want to put a row of spruce planks over here on both sides. and then go a block away, and then it should line up with this window, and do that on just both sides. So like this. So just where the floor means that lines up with the wall perfectly, and then just fill that in. And this part's pretty easy. The second floor has a lot of details, but it's like the easiest part, in my opinion. It's the easiest part because you're not doing as much, and you may notice you might have all this extra room. Look at all this. You can make maybe a police mini jail underneath if you would like. I'm personally not going to add that in a tutorial. That's just all preference. I might add some of that in the future. Don't know if I'll do a tutorial on it, but you know, just something to keep in mind, that you could use your extra space and make more rooms as you please. Just because I'm not doing it doesn't mean you can't. So right here, you will notice there's some space given out. We will worry about that later, but what you could do is, yeah, this is a little bit different from the way I have mine, but you know, it will all work out. We can also, no, we can't. I was gonna, you can't make it exactly screen accurate, as you know. The door goes on the back for Barry's lab, but you can't really, you can't really do space here because first of all you have these lights, which you could remove them if you would like and make a walkway that way, which I think we might do. I think I might have to do that. We could do that. If it's up to you if you guys want to do that. You can also make an entrance over on the side. I think I might change it up, add something new, you know, make it more accurate. Let's get, enough of me ranting, you know what I'm saying? So, just want to grab your spruce planks and line it up here. Just connect it up. Even though that might be, this will be covered later, like you won't even see this part. Just so you guys know, just leave that like that so you know there's going to be a wall there. That's just personally what I like to do. So, do that and then leave that. Now, this is personally one of my favorite parts just because it's so fun to make. It's just, I love it. So, at the end of this, you want to get some calcite. Put a row. And then I believe it's 1, 2. Gives 2 spaces, 1, 2, 2 spaces, 2 spaces, and 1, 2, 3, and then I thought that was longer. I think. Oh yes, my bad, guys, my bad. So you'll see how this is not. You don't want to line that up. You want to make it 1 block out extra. Sorry about that. So break these. That was one mistake. There's been worse mistakes, so make it a block out instead of doing that. That shouldn't be a hard mistake to fix. So yeah. So now you can do 1, 2, give 2 spaces, 1, 2, 2 spaces, 1, 2. Yep, there we go. Now it should line up perfectly. Do the same on this side too. And that was not right. That was just not right. Just my math wasn't mathing there. And as you notice, that should line up exactly with the end. And if it does, then it's so perfect. It's so perfect. And you should love yourself. I mean, you should always love yourself. You should never not love yourself. Okay. Now we're going to go up another row. So make it, oopsie, blocks like this on all of them. And then we're going to connect them with some white concrete. Just like that. Don't fill in the bottom row. Just this part. And if you guys watch the show and you look in the police station, you will obviously know what this is. And if you don't, then, well, then you need your glowstone, like I said earlier. So you're gonna go up by, I think it's 3. 1, 2, 3. I believe that's it. I don't think it's 4. 4 would be excessive. And then you just want to fill that in on all sides. And I believe you can guess, oopsie, what is going to be in between these. Yes, dark prismarine just in between. And these are the lights that are on the side. Perfect. And if I'm not, if it turns out that for some reason I'm just wrong about this, then you guys don't have to add this in, but I'm almost 100% sure. And I've looked up photos of the inside, so if I'm wrong, then please correct me, please. Now, what you can do to match the walls, just grab your sandstone, go up to the top, do this, and go all the way down, but leave that part right there. Go out here, and this will connect up, so you have a little bit of a square here. You guys don't have to add that part. Personally, I'm just going to make it a little bit easier, a little bit more bearable in a way. If that makes sense. Not that it's not bearable, but what you could do is replace that with another material, but this will just blend better, and that's why I'm personally going to keep it. So we're going to do the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Connect that up. Add a block in there. And it should be symmetrical. And if it is, congratulations. You're doing this 100% right. This is way more symmetrical than my original build, which I'd give yourself a pat on the back because it's symmetrical. Next, this part is fun. And I forgot a material again, which I will actually want to die for forgetting this material. Black concrete. So what you want to do is, before you do anything, see where this stops? This is just your ceiling. You can cover in all the way up to... Just stop here at the moment for the ceiling. We're going to work on the rest later. Just stop here for the ceiling, and you could just fill that all in. You could fill in this part, and you could fill in this part. Just fill in everything. This will just make your job easier. But what I'm going to do for time's sake for now, so where the roof stops, you're just going to fill in this spot with black concrete, these two spots on both sides. And then you want to get your gold. And there's little like podiums around the place, if you guys remember seeing that in the show, which I sure remember that. I do that right. Yeah. You can put them in the spot instead if you would rather. It's all up to you, whatever you guys want to do with it. I'm actually going to lower this one and put it in the middle, so it kind of like leans in, and we're also going to, oopsie, do not do what I just did there. Let me just drink this real quick before I replace that. I'm actually going to lower them. So it's kind of like a little going in thing. I like that. Now we're going to finish filling in the ceiling, and we're going to move on to the next spot, which is the front part, which you guys have probably been waiting for. Like, I would be waiting for it too. So yeah, excited for that. We're just going to fill in this ceiling. And this video is going to be mainly uncutted, so you could skip past some of this stuff. Like, you know, cutting everything is just a lot, and I think I messed up. As you could leave it like this if you would like, but what I realized is that it should be up another layer. This spot, I'm wasting time. I'm so sorry. I'm wasting your time. This should be up another layer. That's personally my fault. This should just be up another layer. It should be one higher than that. I completely forgot. I'm gonna mark that just so I know. Let's see. When you line it up too many times and you just keep on redoing this video, it gets very confusing, and I do apologize. I hope y'all can forgive that silly little mistake there. Shouldn't be such a nuisance. But it is to a degree. It is a nuisance, and I do apologize for that. But you can still leave the gold blocks the way they are. You can leave extra space. It's not gonna really affect anything. It's all up to you of what you want to do there. You can fill that in. Yeah, that looks better. So as you can see, you got, and I'm still gonna fill in this spot even higher. But that's my fault. I noticed it was a little bit short, and I saw it, and I decided to fix that. So you can just fill this in up to here for now. We will fill in the rest later. But just for now, just fill in that. And you guys can skip this part. Most of this video is uncutted, like I said. And yeah, don't sweat. Like, if there's a mistake, we can always go back and fix it. No need to rush. If you guys find this video going by really quickly, please just slow down the video. You could change the speed of the video. If I slur over my words a little bit, I do apologize for that. I do have a tendency to do that. It's just a tendency that I normally do. I'm just checking my phone percentage. And I think keeping this uncut like just shows like how a builder like thinks and how they build, and to help other people. Guy I watch, Real Assassin, I shout him out in my other videos. He helps me a lot and helps me think about what I'm posting. So next thing we're gonna be doing is one of the hardest. I mean, personally, it's hard to do when you don't have a picture that is actually representing it. Because if I'm being honest, I accidentally broke it. And apparently, I do not have a photo of it. I took a photo of it, but I don't know where it went. Where is this photo? I took a photo of the front, and it's just not here. I got a question for y'all. In Minecraft, when does this happen to you? Like, does this happen to you too? I'll be playing Minecraft, and then it'll just not work. Minecraft will just not Minecraft. I mean, not Minecraft, my phone. It'll just delete photos directly from my photo and won't even tell me. I have missing photos that aren't in my recently deleted. It's just nowhere to be found. We could start off over here. So I will have to cut this part of the video out because apparently my phone just likes to delete my own photos from me without even telling me. So we could just do this part. So we can put in one block here, one block here, one block here, and one here. Now you're gonna go up by 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. These are the elevators. Just in case you don't know. There was gonna be benches here, but now that it's unsymmetrical, we can still do benches. It just won't be as symmetrical. Not that it won't be as symmetrical, it'll just be a little bit different. And I am looking around to see. Okay, here we go. Next, you're gonna go inside the elevator. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and then it should directly connect with the wall. So you have this little donut hole. Put a piece of calcite in it. And this is why I was explaining that this is why I didn't want to put the wall in yet, because that's exactly why. It connects over here. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 2 layers of gold to line up with that. And then there is actually a row of calcite up here, which I'll put up there, so you guys don't forget about that. And you won't see this back part, just by the way. And then you want to do a donut of sandstone. And then you want to get your sea lantern, put that there, like always. And you want to do the same exact thing on this side. So we'll do this again over here, so you guys remember. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Then you want to 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's like that. Donut hole. Fill this in. Get your trap door. Put it right there. Kaplow! So we got that part. I am just salvaging off the parts that I have. But on the inside of here, what I'm going to do personally, it might not look the best, but you kind of just got to fill that in if you don't want to see that. It might come to an end, but, you know, it's not really the end of the world. You know, it kind of does look good. Not going to lie. I kind of like it. Kind of like how it's just straight into the wall. You know, you just get to walk straight in. But yeah. Alright, next photo. I have the bottom of one photo. So that's what we have to work with. Oof. What you could do is you could change this wall. You could delete this wall. Just delete it. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of the wall. Just get rid of the whole wall. And fill it in with just calcite. I know. It's not the best looking thing ever. And you can just add some buttons into here. Just to make it, like, simulate as a button wall. If you guys would like. Personally, that's the only way I could really see this working out. We could actually break this. If you guys want to actually make it look better, in my opinion, I think this actually looks better. If I really, like, when I'm looking at it, break this. Just get rid of that. Right? Leave that whole wall as a button wall. But then, you know, fix this part. Yeah, it may not look the prettiest, I know, but there's always stuff we can overcome in Minecraft, even the biggest issues we have. Alright, so fill this part in, and boom. Next, the benches in front. Put that there. So there is a middle part here, and then that's just a sample block. So put your sample block here if this helps you. Put a block here, put a block here, put another sample block on either side. And some blocks means you're just going to break them afterwards. So you got 2 little benches, and then add cushioning. Boom. So I will be back when I have a picture of the actual mural. Alright guys, I'm back, and looking back, I went to the other world, and I saw that in the elevator, this was the exact same, but there was no buttons here. So we did make an improvement. So give yourself a pat on the back for that one. Next, we are going to go up. We're going to go up. Okay, we're going to go up 5 more blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on either side. Perfect. Put a row on top. So really there was no mistake. And then yeah, this should line up pretty much perfectly. You just fill that in. If that lined up for you, you did it perfectly. You did it perfectly. That's all you need to be worried about. You did it perfectly. And then obviously we'll fix the ceiling later. You want to go over here, and you want to grab your sea lantern. Whoa, what the heck? You grab your sea lanterns. Go 1, 2, 3. Put them under like that. That's perfect. Get your gold, and fill in this a block behind, just like this. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm going to put 1 block here, 1 block here, 1 here, here. Actually, put a block here. Oopsie. Block there. Don't break that. Put a block like this. Put it like that. It kind of looks like a turtle. It's supposed to be a hawk. If you can figure out a better hawk or something, it doesn't really look like one. I know. But I'm gonna be honest. That's probably like the best thing we could do. You can make it something else, like a flag or like a chalice or something weird. I think that looks fine right there. That just kind of looks some sort of like important thing. And then just put 3 up top just to add some more flavor. And there you go. You have that. Next, we're gonna build up by 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And then just fill the rest in with your calcite. And there. Boom. Now this is looking great. It's looking great. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm so happy you guys are doing this because, like, my instructions suck. Also, we're going to fill in this part, by the way. That wasn't clear. My instructions suck, so the fact that you guys can actually follow along is actually kind of beyond me. So, we are going to work on this. And I realized we could use this as a bottom floor light, which is actually impressive that I thought about that. Unless something goes over the build here where we cannot. Now, we're going to work on the easier side first. Pretty self-explanatory what we're going to be doing here. Just want to get some green concrete. Build it to the end of the hallway, obviously. And then you just want to fill that in double road. Like that. And then you want to grab your smooth quartz. Like that. Then, as you can see, this should line up. But what I would do, is just line it up. So just line that up. Like your barber lines you up. Just kidding. And then you want to find the 2 middle rows. And you want to find this, break those 2 out, put 2 lanterns, and 2 of those. I'm going to try to make this video as short as I possibly can. I know it's long, and I'm trying to work on that. So it may look a little funky. If you guys could figure out a way to fix that, maybe by putting some slabs under there, that is totally acceptable as well. And I think they don't make slabs for this, but you can put some doors over here if you want. I did on my original one. I'm not going to put them here, but you want to make some extra rooms, like some bathrooms and stuff, you could definitely do that. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Just be careful. We're not going to, just do not fill this part in yet. So just go all the way down for 2. Go up a row. Oopsie. Do that. Like before. Start filling it in and doing the build. I am a pretty fast builder. My friends do say this all the time. They're like, how do you build so fast? And I said, dude, I don't know. I just do. And they got really mad. They get mad. They're just like, how? And so if I'm going way too quick, I'm so sorry. So we are going to add row 3. And I never did this part before. So what we could do here is we could get some, I'm going to get your spruce. Just carry it all the way down. Same with your calcite. And we'll just replace this spot with some white concrete. Fill that all the way. But you aren't going to need this wall right here. That wall can just end. And you can keep on going with your, what's it called it? Your brown spruce. You're not going to need your green for that part. But you will need it for this part. So please make sure you're doing that. So we are going to sadly have to get rid of these. We could leave the grates if you really do want, or you could lower the level. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to break it on both sides just to make it fair because, you know, I hate unsymmetrical things. I am so sorry this video has been taking so long to get out. It's just been a long, I don't know, a long time since I'm able to make videos. So you gotta find the middle, the midpoint, and you want to just pinpoint it. And how I'm gonna do that is I'm just going to do this. Just pinpoint it like that. It doesn't have to be the exact way, but for me, I'm gonna pinpoint it and just fill in this part, cover it all up, get it all closed, get your green concrete, and make it to the middle point. And you'll know the middle point because these two meet up, and that's just all you need to worry about. Now, this is obviously Barry's lab. If you didn't know that, then come on. Have you watched the show? And you can see the wall just ends, so you can't really work on much of anything else. And then we're just going to cover this part, and you can just do that. And perfect. That is your hallway. And I'll show you where we're going to put the lights right now, actually. So the lights are going to go above this. Boom, boom. In the corner, we're going to put 1 light. At the end of the hallway, we're going to put 1 light. I really hope this isn't that confusing. So this is Barry's lab. And let me pull up my photos for Barry's lab. And you guys made it to the final part of the tutorial. That is epic, man. Now, what you're going to need for Barry's lab, you can get rid of most of the stuff in your inventory right now. I'm going to leave it all just so I can juggle some stuff around. Go. We are going to need, just going to get the main things we need for the lab. Yes. Okay. So you want to start out with polished andesite. I need to count how wide this place is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, that's symmetrical. And next, we're just gonna build. It just goes straight out to the window. Now, obviously, this is gonna be longer than my original one, obviously because of you know, I put the door on the sideways, so I kind of just cut off all this area. So there's a lot of extra space we could use to our advantage. We can always improve on it, and that's what my plan is to do. We're gonna improve on it. We're gonna make the build so much better than my original, because why not? So just keep on doing this. and then build a wall. And make sure, please, to do the same thing on the other side, so you don't see any green coming through, which you can see green, but just build all the way around, so you just don't see any green coming into your build. Because, from being honest, we do not want green in our build for Barry's lab. That would be a little bit weird and a little bit awkward, so please get rid of that. You can also get rid of all of this other color stuff, like all the white, everything. Just build up to the ceiling. Just like me. And don't worry, we will work on the on everything else very soon. All the details and everything. You can leave this part though. You can just leave that. Perfect. So now we got our Barry's lab all laid out. Now we're gonna go 3 from the wall. 1, 2, 3. Put a block. Same thing on this side. 1 space away. 1, 2, 3. Put a block. Should be a 4 block gap. Put 2 nether spawners. Put chiseled stone bricks with buttons on them. These are the lockers that Barry uses. And also, build that straight up. Just like that. It's going to be obviously a little bit thinner. Also, we're going to replace these with, what's it call this? Netherite bricks. And you want to, let me make sure I got the door on a photo. You want to do double layered with a button. If you don't know, this is the big door that closes his lab. If you didn't know that, did you watch the show? I'm just kidding with you guys. Obviously you guys watched the show. Let me see the width of this. Okay. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So obviously we're not gonna make it that big because no, we can. Yeah, we're gonna make it a little bit shorter, just to make it more efficient. So we're gonna go out. Obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Pretty standard. And then you want to connect them all up like this. And now this is where it gets fun. This is where you understand that it gets fun. Okay? You want to build in a layer around like this. Oopsie. Oopsie. Like this. Make a little, build one layer from the bottom, and then do that. You want to break this. And you want to come out in the overworld. Now what you could do is you could do this. And then put your glass. But to be honest, I'm just going to do this. Just so it doesn't look kind of goofy that the glass is connected to nothing. And boom. There's your glass. And then you want to grab your chains. I have a picture of them. We do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because you got to pull them up and down. You know what I'm saying? Got to pull them. Next, you got Barry's, you know, board where he shows his mother's murder. You want to put 2, like, you're going to put it up 3. And I actually would recommend using whatever wood you want. I actually might switch it to oak, which I'm actually going to do, which would just be, I think, a better fit. Obviously, you could use whatever material you want, but I'm going to stick to the classic oak because I have a plan in mind that we're going to be doing for this build. I'm going to do about a 4 block thing. Get a painting. You can put any photo. Make sure you do this so you could put a painting on. I'm actually going to keep the angel one there just as representation of his mother. You can get rid of the painting. Oh, wait, you need the painting. Make sure not to get rid of your paintings, because you're going to need them. Next, you're going to get... I did not add this, and I'm adding this now. You're going to get some slabs, and boom. That is the board. Obviously, where he has like his stocks, or whatever not his stocks, his cases. I don't know why I said stocks. No one quote me on that. You can get rid of your oak stuff. We're not going to do that ever again. Now... You also can get rid of your chains. Also, put some monster spawners. Put 2 monster spawners here. Now you can get rid of your monster spawners. You can get rid of the chiseled stuff. I don't think you're gonna need buttons or any obsidian, netherite anymore. Now, what you're gonna need is the stairs, spruce fans, paintings, and smooth quartz, and your brown carpet. So you want to start by putting one here, make a little desk. Oopsie. One there, one there, one there. Put like that. Get your chair. Get your computer screen, or your computer. And I personally want to put a certain one on there. I think I already had it. I think it was the first one. Yeah, it was this one. And there you go. And finally, for his lab, the final thing to put in his lab that will make it all pop. Put a block there. Make it sort of separates. Put it like that. Yeah, that works. And you want to make sure you grab more. There is so much materials, and it's so annoying. But you want to connect it just like that. Now you can use your brewing stand. And obviously, do whatever you want. You can put whatever order you want, whatever thing you want. It's all up to you. Okay? Make sure you remember that. Next, you want to get your spruce fence. Put it for 4. Put some stuff on it like that. You can also put some, like, for example, you can go and put some, maybe a lever if you would like, and maybe a repeater, something that looks all technical, that you're doing something. Personally, I'm actually gonna switch to a repeater for this because there actually is a machine where you put 3 little test tubes into a thing and it mixes. So that thing there looks perfect for that. Now you are almost done. This is Barry's lab. If I forgot anything, just add it on your own, or just tell me in the comments, because I do tend to mess up some stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. You could fill in the roof if you would like. I'm not going to, but that is Barry's lab. Now, the final section, and you are done with this build. Give yourself a pat on the back, because this, listening to me, yeah, I wouldn't want to do it either. I would not want to do it either. This part is the easiest part, and there's no way I'm gonna mess this up. So, me saying that, I'm gonna mess it up. So you want to get your calcite, whatever you want to call it, and you want to get this and build it out straight to the wall on both sides. Just fill it in. Just like that. Until it connects. And yes, I understand this is a long video, but I hope you are enjoying it and not just, using it as disposable video time. And then you want to also go out. So you'll notice that there is a wall here. You want to go out to here. As you can see, you want to build out. And make sure you grab your spruce planks. Build out. And you can actually, do that. Make it like at an angle. Just so it doesn't look so goofy. You could fill that in if you would like. It's all up to you, like I said. And fill that in. I'm actually going to fill it in too. I think it'll look a little bit better. You can also fill that in with this material, which I actually think will look better. If I'm not going to lie. I think it'll actually look a lot better. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Just cleaning it up. You don't want it to look all sloppy. And what you want to do over here is obviously the same thing we did up in the lab. So you want to do 1, 2, 3. Actually, you want to leave this side and that. Oopsie. And this. So this is the desk that Joe and, I guess, Patty sit at, if you want to say that. Or Joe and any of the others, any of the other officers sit at. You could just do that. What would be a really helpful tool, and I would suggest you guys have it, is the invisible block placer, the non-bound things. That is a very good tool, and I threw away my carpets. How could I? Yeah. So the invisible block placers. That would help for the TV screens, which I have in my old one, but I forgot the command. I didn't actually do the commands. You can also get rid of your brewing stand. You don't need that anymore. And I got rid of my backward stairs. I see, like, I don't know what happened, but everything in my thing went away. And then I gotta angle this right. Alright. So these are just computers. They look kind of goofy together, I know. But it's the best thing we got so far. Put just that like that. It doesn't matter what any painting will work. Next one. You want to go to this one exactly, actually, in the middle. Go like this. And just put a desk in there. Obviously. Do the same thing that we have been doing. And if you're not, then you're not doing this right. I'm kidding. You can do it any way you want. What I'm going to do is actually break out these two so I can actually reach it and then just place them back. Get back inside. Put a painting. Boom. Beautiful. So now what you can do is I personally am going to start this. We're going to make it an angle. Put a door. You can put another desk here. I was going to, and I think I still am. You want to make a door frame. And you want to make a mini window. And another window there. Just for some pizzazz. Make sure to grab your windows, please. Don't be me. Grab your windows, please. And grab your doors. And then fill in the floors here. Now this part of the build is very tight, I do have to say. So please be aware that it's just not going to be nice and thin. Also, make sure to cover this wall and cover that too. Just fill it into like there. And like I said, what you could do is you could fill in this wall with the rest of that material, which would look better. But I feel like for this part, for the quadrant in the back, it does look fine the way it is. And I believe, nope, that's the outside. That's the outside world. To fill this part in. And then on the inside, I have the inside right here. You just want to make a little L desk. We can make it bigger in this world because this one actually has a bigger space. But that would make no sense. Actually, no, it would. Yeah. We can make it a little bit more comforting. And obviously, it's not going to look that good. But, you know. I'm actually going to change this. Oh, wait, what? You guys see that? Apparently. You could do that if you would like. But it's not going to work as well. It would look kind of goofy. I'm actually going to make the PC over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to break out again like we did before. And just fill that in. I'm sorry if this is a little bit derailed and doesn't seem too well prepared. The build has changed a lot. So, since the original one. So, a lot of this is improvisation on the spot, and it takes a lot of work. And I'm sorry this video is going to be near an hour long. That's kind of just how these videos are. And I can't keep on cutting it because everyone would be so confused if I did keep cutting the video. So, I would probably be in a spot that you guys aren't. So, for your sake and mine, I apologize. Put one there. Put one there. Yeah, I can face that way. You can face it whatever way you want. You can face it that way, that way. Doesn't really matter. And there you go. And now, like I said, for the doors, like I promised earlier, they're like glass doors, so we're just going to make them like this. Now, you could go out if you want. Oopsie. Like that, but that looks a little bit silly and a little bit long. So, there you go. That is CCPD Part 2. I know I did say I was going to do the outside of the building. I know I said that. But to be honest, it's really just fine the way it is. It really is just great the way it is. I'm really proud of this build, and I'm so glad you have came on the journey. Now, unless you do want to fix the outside, which I'm probably not going to add a tutorial for, you know, I'll show you. Normally, there's another section that goes off of here. It's basically one of these, just a little bit smaller on the sides. I did not add them in the build. If you would feel free to add them, just do the same techniques I did over here. And you can also add more rooms in there, too. You can add way more rooms, and whatever you want to do. Also, you might notice there is some lights missing. Use the lighting technique I taught you with the lanterns and the under the iron trap doors. That will 100% work, and you can put them wherever you would like. I'm not gonna control you to a point where I'm gonna be like telling you exactly what to do. I want you to have some creative building in this too. It also helps your improvement as a builder in Minecraft. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. It was a long video to make, and I'm glad you stayed for the whole thing and the whole series. If you do want to see me make a part where I make those two sides like right over there, then just let me know. I'm open to making a quick YouTube shorts on that if you would just love to see me do that and add to your own build. But thank you guys so much for the awesome support, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.